Yo, what is going on, guys? Surge Danger here, and welcome back to my first ever video on Supergirl Season 5. And also on this video, I will be covering the most significant episode that will take place, excluding the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, which, according to my maths, is the 13th episode of this 5th season, which is obviously the 100th episode of Supergirl. So I'll be covering the 100th episode theory first, saying that the other news I'll be giving you is kind of spoiler stuff, depending on the way you look at it. And unlike the other 100 episodes we had throughout the Arrowverse, whether it's Arrow's 100th episode, being Season 5, Episode 8, which was also a crossover episode, as we know it to be the Part 2 of the Invasion crossover, and we had varieties of returning characters that came back throughout that episode, and they came back as apparitions, as there was really no other way Arrow could have brought that many dead characters in any other way possible. So I think this would have been the smartest option to bring back those characters. And so far, my favorite 100th episode being What's Past is Prologue, which was the mid-season finale of The Flash, being also Season 5, Episode 8, where we had returning villains such as Eobard Thawne, which is the Reverse Flash, Hunter Zolomon as Zoom, and Future Barry as Savitar. And we had those characters return through time travel, which wouldn't have really been that hard for The Flash, saying that we had varieties of time travel episodes throughout the show. However, for Supergirl's case, Supergirl's 100th episode, it's rather odd. Saying that, number one, Supergirl's 100th episode is after the mid-season finales, as well as after the crossovers, whereas both Arrow and The Flash had their 100th episode during or one episode before their mid-season finales. Therefore, the results of the crossover won't be impacted as much. Now, I will be covering what may go down within this episode. Now, since we know in the Arrowverse there have been timeline changes, as well as the events that would have happened in Crisis during this episode, this would massively affect the future. This would result the Legionnaires to come to 2019 to 2020, which would easily allow the return of Mon-El, Saturn Girl, and Winn. And therefore, they come back to this timeline to fix certain events that altered the future. So they go back in time, and then we could get our returning villains, whether it's Non, Rhea, and Rain. We can also, in some sort of way, get the returning of Cat Grant. Who knows? I mean, I won't be surprised if we do see the Legionnaires during Crisis on Infinite Earths, and we see them helping the battle, as they are the Legion, so they would be a big help for the other heroes, and they could end up staying in that 2019 to 2020 timeline. However, the actors who play Mon-El, Saturn Girl, and Winn may be busy for that time slot. However, it would be the easiest way to bring back those characters. However, I highly doubt it. For me, at least, the thing that makes the most sense if Mon-El and the others try to resolve the impacts of the timeline changes and possibly get the returning of other characters as well. And next, I will be covering the next news I have for you. And this news is from Supergirl.tv, and it's news from casting descriptions and plot leaks. So, number one, it's not a really surprising one, but it's Lena selling Catco. So, it seems like she still feels like she's been betrayed due to the reveal of Kara being Supergirl. So, Lena will probably be on her darker side in Season 5. So, it's not really surprising to see Lena selling Catco, but I do think that they over exaggerated it a bit. Cause like, if you do find out like your friend was Supergirl or something, you would be like happy and like, yeah, things like that. You wouldn't feel betrayed and like almost wanting to kill her or something. And number two, this is news about the new owner of Catco, and this person's this superhero name is Akrata, I believe. Looking and she's looking to turn Catco into a more successful media firm by covering gala events. And she's a Mexican superhero and uses ancient Mayan symbols to teleport through shadows. But I think this iteration of the character is highly likely not to have powers. So, well, she might have powers, but like she'll probably be like the dreamer or something, where she finds out about her powers later on. So I think that a Carta or a Krata, whatever it is, will be a citizen for some parts of the episode, and then later on she finds out what her powers are. And number three is also isn't really that surprising either, and it's Kara winning the highest rank of journalism. And yeah, as I said, not much of a surprise, I guess. Number four, a possible love interest for Kara. A new male journalist joining Catco. So, I have no clue about who this could be, saying that this is vague, very vague. I'm just not really sure. But if I had to put my money on it, it would be that it would be Kara's new love interest. Number five is about Crisis, and it's about Earth 38 possibly merging into Earth 1. And please no, just no. I like I was a fan of the theory of the multiverse back when the Flash announced it and stuff, and I just pray that they don't mess this up. For me at least, I just enjoyed it when Supergirl was its own Earth, and although we might see some other Earths merge together, I really don't want Earth 38 to merge with Earth 1. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. If you've enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.